Remember that it is outlier, not outliner. Okay, you're not outlining it. It is lying outside the data. Now, on page 109, what do you guys think of this graph on page 109? You've got all of your data sort of crammed up over here. Is that the best way to have a graph? No. We've got all of this empty space all the way up until 150, yes? And we have all of this empty space up until 40, yes? So where should we start our graph? Should we start, yes? Yes, for sure. Yes, yes, yes. There you go. So should we be starting our graph at 0, 0? Should we start numbering at 0, 0? No, we're not going to number at 0, 0. We are going to start numbering at about 40 for the y-axis and 150 for the x-axis. Let's see what it looks like when we do that. So much better, yes? It fills up the space. Okay? Quick question. There's those two prefixes we learned last day. One of them was extra, and one of them was inter. See if you can remind your partner what those two prefixes meant. They both start with the letter B.
Oh, great. Yeah, looking for you. Sure.
Anyone remember what extra means?
Yeah.
Extra means, yeah, it means outside the data. In other words, beyond the data. Inter doesn't mean beyond, it means between. Within the data. Now, if I were to ask you, what is the mass at a height of 155 centimeters? Or hang on. Let me pick one that's good. Yeah. We said, what is the mass at 155 centimeters? Now, let's just say, I don't actually love this graph because it's a little bit weird. Let's say this is 155 right here. Okay? I'm going to give you two choices for the mass. Is the mass 64 kilograms, or is the mass 58 kilograms? So at 155 centimeters, is it 64 kilograms or 58 kilograms? So what is it? You have a choice. You get to choose either the point on the line, which is the 58, or you get to choose the point, the data point that's there. Which one do you like? Do you like the yellow point or the red point? I like red too. You should always read off of your best fit line. Never read the data point. Always read off of your best fit line. So the answer is 58. No. Yes. Okay. So one other thing, yes. Oh yeah, for sure. One other thing, if you have a data point, this is on page 110. If you have a data point that is guaranteed to be 0, 0. So let's say that we had 0 milliliters of water. What is the mass of 0 milliliters of water? The mass is 0, and I guess the unit here is grams. Is there any uncertainty in that, or is that like a perfect number? That's a perfect number. Like there's no, if you don't have any water, it doesn't have any mass. So out of all the points on your line, you are only sure about that one. Yes? So if there is a true 0, if your data has a true 0, 0, make sure your best fit line passes through 0, 0. I'm going to call it trend line here. So you want to make sure that that goes right there. So what that would look like, I'm just going to move this down for a second so we can see it on the board. There we go. Okay. So here we have a graph. Let's get rid of this because it's in our way. Here we have a graph where we have the number of times a die is rolled. You guys know what a die is? It's a single dice. Yes? So you roll it, and these are the number of 6s we get. Is there going to be a true 0, 0 for this data point? Yeah, if you don't roll the dice any times, you're going to get 0 points. So we know for a fact, even if this is not one of our data points, we know that this graph has to have a point at 0, 0. Yeah? That is a true 0, 0. And if that is the case, what do we have to do with our trend line? We need to make our trend line, make sure our trend line does what? Pass through 0, 0. Okay, so if I were to draw, I'm going to draw 2 lines and you guys are going to tell me which one is better. Okay, this is going to be hard for me because I'm kind of short. Maybe I need my helpful stepping stool here. In fact, actually, I'm going to go back to having it on the overhead projector because then I don't need to use. Actually, no, I do want it here. The reason I want it here is I want you to see if what I can do is I can put the end of my ruler here and I can swing it around and I can use this as my fulcrum. Do you guys know what a fulcrum is? It's like a spinning point. Okay, so this is right here is my fulcrum. Right here. That's where it moves around. That's the point it moves around. I can use this as a fulcrum for it to go up and down, and I can say, that is a good line. Okay, has about the same number of points above and below. And now we're going to move that up again, so I can actually draw a line. And if you would like a ruler, anyone want a ruler? Does everyone want a ruler? Let's give everyone a ruler. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pass along. 1, 2, 4, 5. Pass along. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pass along. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, what happened? Oh, it didn't like that. Okay. Which one is better, the black line or the red line? The red line, because it has to pass through 0, 0. If we have a true 0, 0, trend line must pass through 0, 0. Oakley dokley? All right. And let's see where we're at now. I am going to get you guys to do pages 111 to 113. 111 to 113. If you've already done it, then you can do pages 115 to 116. And we'll go over 115 and 116 together. Hi.
Like the, what's it called, like, like.
Sorry?
I left my picture.
Oh, yeah, you need to borrow one. Yeah, for sure. Actually, there's one on the back counter. Do you want to use that one? Because I've already lent out the other one. Okay. Let me know if it's not back there.
Yeah, I saw.
It's always going to be so left to right. Yeah, so independent, so it's right. Yeah. What's dependent is the one that responds. So when you change all your values,
It's not linear. Oh. So when you change the percent baskets made, I have to see. No, okay, what are you saying? Up to the yeah, so that's It's on your. Oh, yeah. We'll put it on the. Independent.
So yeah, so like price of your bed.
But that's one point, even that first one. Okay. So you're right, this is just food rocket meters. Okay. Well, I would not. Oh, don't do that. With some other time. I really could see that.
You can't, your nose is. Because the nose is like.
Like I go through. Yeah, I'm gonna get some more. That was kind of I don't think, yeah. Yes. It's not like the whole. Oh, yeah. Yeah, like.
Oh.